Good morning. Day 239 of rowing, and this morning did a little bit of a leg workout. Something light and easy. My back was a little bit sore this morning waking up. Yesterday, it was fine. It was like very comfortable. Had a great day at work. Got a lot done. Had a lot of driving to do, which is nice. I like to get out of the building. Uh, Egg yolk, super cream coffee. So, yes, I think I'm gonna go 90 days without cream and see how I do, how I feel, if it changes anything. So it'll be very exciting. Um, Second day of the sardine fast. So I mean, they're incredible. These little fish, and anybody, everything that I hear about the sardine fast, whatever, everybody says the same thing, and that's true. They are extremely satiating because, like yesterday, um, we had we usually take a break at like 9. I had something that was extremely urgent, and I had to get it in hand, and I had to leave. So regardless of what time, I had to get out of the building. And around 9 o'clock, I'm starving. That's what I'm used to because I'm always used to eating at that time. But I had to leave, and I didn't have anything to eat. I did have I have the Fastin chocolate electrolytes. I sip on those like in the morning. I just sip on it. Something warm, something just to kind of like, take the edge off, I guess, because I don't have my heavy whipping cream and coffee anymore. And that seems to be really helping with my mood, my energy. It really does. Because, like I said, when I took out the heavy whipping cream and I didn't have that steady stream of fat, I was like underwater. I did not feel good. I was moving so slow. My body felt so heavy. I just felt like literal shit. Now, this stuff seems to be um, helping me a lot, not feeling like shit. So, kudos to that. So, that probably might have helped with not being super hungry, but also, I had sardines for breakfast at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and then I didn't have anything until 10. So, I mean, that's good. But even when we were in New York, it was the same thing. Like when I was doing the sardine fast, but I always had, oh, he's playing with the mouse. You can't see it. Big brother's playing with a mouse. Um, so in New York, yes, I did the sardine fast, but always had like a large Starbucks coffee with heavy whipping cream. I sipped on it throughout the day, but like, yeah, it was essentially just maybe I would say maybe it was more of a fat fast than it was anything else when I was in New York. But I was very surprised at how well I felt yesterday. Like, and then working late, then we went to Costco, and usually at Costco, I think it might have been Aaron, the carnivore guy, might have been talking about like when you go to the store and you always have like treats or you buy yourself a snack. So at like Costco, we always buy treats and snacks to eat in the car on the way home. I didn't get anything. And this is the second time. No, I think this is the third time that we've been to Costco and I didn't get a quote snack. So I'm happy about that. Um, I didn't eat anything. So I didn't have anything to eat since 2 o'clock. Got home at 6. That's 4 hours. And I just had a bone broth, excuse me, a bone broth protein. I mean, just bone broth. I made a thing of bone broth. So I guess I'm not really, look, technically not really doing a sardine fast, I guess. So maybe sardines are making up 90% of my diet for the next 3 days. But I had some bone broth, and then I had my chocolate magnesium bedtime drink. And then I woke up this morning, did my workout, felt fine, surprisingly had a lot of energy, wasn't hungry. And I just had my sardines and I'm having my coffee and just chilling out. So I'm feeling good so far. Um, Not really looking at a very detrimental weight drop. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking more just to see if it'll kind of like tighten things up for Friday. So I'm not jiggling everywhere when I'm busting out Corey Feldman songs because I love karaoke and I love singing Corey Feldman songs. So good morning to super surprise guest George over here. Yeah, hopefully we can get Georgie on. I was listening to some. Oh, It was another. I mean, that's pretty much all I listen to all day is just podcasts. Now I listen to music. I was just thinking, I was like, when was the last time I listened to a whole album, a whole music album? Now I can put on Tool. Want to come up? Come on. Want to come sit with super surprised guest George? Come on. Come on, mommy. I don't want to spill my coffee. Come on. Yeah. She was just laying in bed with George, so now she can go fall asleep on his pillow. The cats are playing everywhere. So yeah, I forgot what the fuck I was talking about. Oh no! So much for mental clarity. I always do that. I go off on a rant, and then I just wind up maybe making it back to where the fuck I was talking about. But oh, I listen to like podcasts all day, pretty much. And I was trying to think of the last time I listened to an album. And I was like, if I put on Tool, because I have all the albums on YouTube Music, and I can just listen to. That's actually the reason why I got YouTube Music, was just so I could have the whole Tool catalog, because Tool is like one of my favorite bands. And I went like 3 months straight out just listening to Tool. I think that was like last year, like 3 months. That's like all I listened to. And I started listening to podcasts, and then I started listening to a lot of political shit last year or the year before that, 2024. Last year, just kind of got tired of it. Then I found Jim and Them. I love them. They're a Corey Feldman podcast, or anti Corey podcast, but they like came up. So it turns out that Corey Feldman had their channel like removed, and they somehow got their other channel. They had two channels, and they got their other channel on us before Christmas, and that's how they just came up on my YouTube. I guess Corey Feldman is a train wreck, but I was listening to it came up on YouTube, and I just let it play, and it was something about Corey Feldman, and then like I automatically went to Steve-O's Wild Ride. I don't really like Steve-O. His voice, I mean, let me talk shit about someone's voice when my voice is fucked up. His voice really gets on my nerves, and he's a shameless promoter. And with the advertisements and shit, and to be honest, like out of the whole Jackass crew, he's like one of my least favorites. I couldn't stand him. So, anyways, except for the fact that he got to tattoo Henry Rollins, and I think it was like a Hummer or something like that. I think I watched that episode. I never really cared for Jackass, but yeah. So Steve-O had Corey on, and then Dancing with Ghosts was another podcast. It was like random shit that came up, and he was talking shit about Corey's album, Corey's music, and then there was like a documentary that came up, My Two Corys, and then it was like the bonfire. So, anyways, like all this Corey content. I mean, if you're ever bored and you really want to know about like Corey Feldman, check it out. Jim and Them's my favorite, but like now it's like a saga that's playing out. So it's like almost like a TV series. It's like what's going to happen next, and I don't want to divulge it because it's like if you want to watch it, I don't want to like spoil alert it because it to me is exciting. Like now I can't wait. I'm like, what's next episode going to be about? Because it is like they've got some pretty cool things going on, and I mean it's all organic. It's not like planned or anything like that. It's just fucking hilarious. So yeah, so that's pretty much what I do. But then like all the political shit, and then I just stopped listening to a lot of creators I liked because a lot of them were doing a lot of the in-ad advertisements because I pay premium. My fucking advertisements I was getting was Israeli rap music. It was the weirdest shit because I was like, I would be listening, and then all of a sudden, and the advertisements are insane. I think it's like every 10 minutes, and then it's an ad. It's it's criminal. But then the fucking ones that are doing like all the ads inside their podcast. So then it's like we talk about, let's bring up our sponsors. Fuck you. Unsubscribe. And I did. I unsubscribed a lot of them. Some of them have in-ad advertisements that I do keep. If it's like one, like if they do it just once, I'll be like, all right, I'll let it slide. But some of them, no. Some of them are like insane about it. But yeah, so day 2 of, I guess, a 90-day a 90% sardine fast. Feeling good. Very surprised. Yeah, yesterday I'm doing really good with not snacking when I get home from work, so that's a good thing. So 90 days. Let's see what happens without the cream. Let's see what happens in 90 days if I can control myself to not binge when I get home. I've been good. I think it's almost 2 weeks now that I've been like on point with it. So maybe I'm getting myself into a habit. Who knows? But anyway, my back is doing a lot better, but it was stiff this morning. We're gonna do stretches and then work. I think it's a leg day workout today. So like keep doing that for sure. But hey, happy Thursday, everybody! Just wanted to check in, tell you about my progress. If anybody wants to talk about anything, I guess I'm always open. Special guest George always is welcome for dialogue as well. I mean, I should like write out topics because I think about it at work. So I'm listening to people and then I'm like thinking like, oh, that's a good topic to bring up. But I wanted to bring up the snacks, especially like the keto treats and stuff like that, because that was a big thing that I would do. And I was doing that. Like I did really good with carnivore, and then like I was like, oh, I want a chocolate bar. Well, let me get like an 80%. Like I think it's Lind that does like the 80% chocolate bars. And I was like, well, I'll get one of those. It doesn't have that much sugar. Well, that's terrible. I mean, I do powdered chocolate in my drinks. I use cacao. I do all that. But I use, stevia and, not sugar. And there's other stuff in that chocolate too, like the chocolate bars and stuff like that. But I'll get like an 80%. It's like baking chocolate, so it's pretty much disgusting. But I'll get one, and then Georgie will get like a giant fucking 2-inch thick king size. It wasn't a Mr. Beast bar; it was a different bar. And then he'll always offer me some, and I always say yes. And that's terrible. I shouldn't do that. But we haven't done that. We haven't gotten snacks. I would get a giant bag of kettle corn popcorn from like Walmart when we used to go to Walmart. The one with the pink bag, I think it's like Boom Chicka or whatever. And we get like a giant bag of that kettle corn. We would finish that in the car on the way home. And we like, it's not bad. Like, a serving size, I think it was like 160 calories or something. And I'm like, there's only like 10 servings in here. It's not that bad. It was. It was a lot of sugar. And oh man, kettle corn is my favorite. When we go to the flea market, I'd always get the battle boat size. They had like boat sizes for these fucking bags of popcorn. I always get the fucking battleship size. Eat that thing was like almost as long as me. I eat that whole fucking thing. No regrets whatsoever. So yes, compared to how I used to eat and binge and snack, I'm doing so much better. And like for real, I mean, ask anybody or listen to any content about sardines and how satiating they are, and it is true. They are very filling. I mean, like 4 servings. So I had one in the morning, then I had one. So I had 4 servings yesterday. Perfect. Yeah, when I got home, I made bone broth. I seem to be the only one who's drinking it, so I'm going to keep drinking it. I don't think it's that bad. Actually, I put like really, I got the black garlic in it, and I ground up the black garlic so that, it'll be like into the broth, and some old not old, but some chicken feet. It's beef. It's actually a beef bone broth because I got beef bone broth from Costco. So yeah. Oh, and I think we're back with sardines. Costco had a whole pallet of the Wild Pacific and a whole pallet of the seasons. They haven't had that in months at the Costco we were at. Like the last time we went, there was like a little flat that was tucked away. Maybe they had a pallet and we didn't see it, but they had like a little flat that was tucked away that we got. So my sardine stock is getting stocked. Like it's getting good and healthy. Like every time we go to Costco, if they have a flat, I grab one. If we go to Walmart, and if they have sardines, I'll grab them just because like it's a shortage. But it seems like maybe we're getting back. Maybe people are getting sick of them and maybe not buying them out anymore. Who knows? Because now everybody's doing like sardine fast, and they're like, "Oh, I cannot eat another fucking sardine." No, maybe. But anyways, so that was a. I mean, I don't know how it is where you guys are at, but here it was a huge shortage. But it seems like we're getting back on track for sure. So I'm going to let you go because it's almost time for me to get ready. I want to finish my coffee, and I'll talk to you later. Have a good day. Bye.